Hello, this is Luis, and I'm gonna be showing you how to send documents to be signed by somebody else in SimForms and SimLogic software. So for this sample, we'll do a purchase. We can select either a name or the address. Choose a template if we wish. I used Howard County. So we'll get here to the first page with summary. Here we can use MLS Connect to create a basically populate and get all the information from the listing into the documents. This is very useful. But let's go to documents. So let's say we have already worked all of these forms, and we would like to sign them and send them to be signed by either our clients or, for example, the exclusive by agency agreement will want to have Juan sign it, correct? So something we could do, let's use this form. And so once we click on a form, it could be any form, we'll go to click here up top, e-sign, and then we get to this page. This is the first page, and here we have the option to click on attach documents, and this will show all the forms that we have on the transaction, and if we click on the right, we'll include them basically into the package to be signed. So this is, we don't want to be sending for our clients, as it can get confusing, each document separately, right? So most likely we want them to sign everything, and here we can just include everything we need. But for the sake of this sample, keeping it simple, let's just do these two documents. One for our client and understanding whom real estate agents represent. Okay, close. And something that some agents have been getting confused is that here where it says signing service, sometimes this is preset on DocuSign. So the software does not include DocuSign, but it does include SimLogic Digital. So if you come to this page and you see this, please just click on it and then select SimLogic Digital. So this is the one that we have available. If it's DocuSign, we won't be able to sign. So let's just click on here. Here we can select the package name. We can change it since we're doing different. We may be doing more than one form. We could select, contract for Summer Oak, or whatever you prefer. So then we click. Well, another thing, if you put a contract here that you want to take out, you could also select the order. Before I forget, here, if you click on here while clicking, you can drag it and put it above. So this is something you do so that you could put the forms in order as you wish your clients to see. So remember, just click on it. You can put it at top, drag it up, and then you can do the same with any other documents you put in here. If you selected something that you want to take out, just go to the right and click this trash can, and it basically erases it. So now we want to add it again. We'll select the third one so you can see how we can change the order, and the fourth one. And we have 4 forms here, and I can drag them and put them in order as I wish them to be So I'll use this one there, consent to agency, and affiliated agreement disclosures at the end. So I'm done with this, and then I go to next. Here in next, if you've already filled out the transaction parties, then you'll see some presets already here. Now don't get confused if some names are already here, but they have the wrong email. You can just create a right a contact with the right email that you want to send to be signed. So you could have here different, it could be Juan Campos, but it has a different email, and then you could create another Juan Campos with the right email, right? It's just well, I don't want these email, for example. I want to send it to Smart Realty MD.com. You do need to select a role. So something that you guys I want to show you is that, let's say, well, in this particular case, he's the broker. So let's just put broker and add the signer. We close it if we don't need any other signees. But in this case, we want to add our buyers. So let's add our buyers. So we'll use let's add me as a buyer. Response role, I'm a buyer. My email, and add signer. So let's say there's another buyer. We'll choose Peter. As if I had a brother, Ponce, and then he's gonna be a buyer too. But, and this is very important, since we're adding a role, there's already a buyer, so the system we'll use any email on this one. I'm sorry. The system won't let us add a buyer. The signers with role buyer has already been added. So we cannot add as a buyer because there's already a buyer. But what the system wants us to do, we can add another buyer, but we just need to put buyer 2. So if there's a tenant, you can add a tenant, but then you have to add tenant 2, tenant 3, buyer 3. So just make sure you add a number if there's more than one buyer or tenant, so that then you can add it. And then we're done here, so we hit close. So we got everybody that we need to we want that's gonna be signing these documents, and then we go next. This window always pops up. There's just basically selling us some cybersecurity protection and extra cybersecurity protection. I don't want these, so I say no, thank you. So once we get here, and let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Yes, I could save it, but here you could also choose the order of the signatures. So in this case, Juan will be the first one to be signed, but I want to change the order, so I want the buyers to sign first, and I just put Juan, the broker, at the end, and then we go next. So you could always go back if you forgot a sign to add a signer, and just by clicking this back button. Now once we get to the third page, here we see understanding the first page that the first document, and we just need to add a signature where we want them to be. In this case, I'm the buyer, so you can see here the signature, initial, text, checkbox, read, and we have me selected here. So every time, well, my name is in there. Every time I choose, I click on here, an initial, let's say, and I put it right here, it's gonna be LP, it's gonna be me. So I want to sign, to be able to sign here, so I'm gonna put my signature, click on signature, drag it down here, and it'll populate it and put in here. Something you can do if it's, you know, the space is too small, while clicking, you can click on the corner, and while clicking you can make it smaller as you need it to be. So same with the date. Now if I want to change and have the other signers that I added, I simply click here, drag it down, and it's Peter Pons. I'll click on him, and then every time I select something from here, it'll be assigned to Peter. So in this case, let's do the signature. He'll sign right there. You can change it to Juan as well. Put an initial or a signature. Now to go to the next page, we can just scroll down here, but we can also select, you know, the document we want to go to quickly, and click on there and go to the document. It'll show us the document, but we can always scroll down and go in up and down, and you'll see how it changes as we go down once it reaches another document. And here we are. So another thing, that to add text, we want to, let's say we receive disclosures and they are in PDF form, so we cannot sign them in zip logic, in zip forms. You know, it doesn't populate, right? It's just a PDF file. We'll need to add the text, you know, for example, the buyer's name and the disclosures. We need to add the text here, and you do this by clicking on text. Oh, we need to put a signature. The system, if you see this, the system tells you cannot place text box field on a document that doesn't have an existing signature or initial. So in a document that doesn't have an initial or signature yet, we first need to put the signature. So let's do this. This is the document. It's still exclusive buyer. So let's put the signatures. You know, it only requires one signature, and then we can start doing the text. So let's sign the broker Juan. We go back, choose signature. So this will he'll be able to sign. But let's add the text. So this, let's say this is a disclosure. This is a PDF file that we got that we need to add text to. So we go in text, and if we want to just ourselves just add the text ourselves, then it doesn't matter who is up here. What we'll do is, unlike dot loop, we cannot add the text directly. We need to click here in the corner, click that corner, and you will see label, mandatory, signer's name, multi-line, read only. So mandatory, this will be if we're assigning that text to Juan. So if we add here apply and it's mandatory, once we send it, he'll be able to check on this, and he'll need to basically write something on value, and this is whatever we write here, it's what's gonna show. But if we're just filling it out ourselves, you know, we don't want them to, I don't want Juan to be filling out these texts. I'm filling it out. I'll just write whatever I need to in here, and then put read only. Unclick mandatory, just read only, so he'll be able just to read it. He can't do nothing, he cannot change it, and then just hit apply. And you can see it here, you can move it around, same thing, just make it bigger if you need to, make it smaller. And now if we want to go to send, it'll tell us that the transaction cannot be started due to the following reasons. Consent for due diligence document needs to have at least one task in order to proceed. So it is not letting us because we haven't added any signatures to the documents, the other documents that are here. In this case, the consent for due diligence. So we do, if we add it, we do need to add something to that document. So before the system let us send the whole signatures. Okay, so let's do add one signature here. Let's do my signature. We could just add a text. We'll do it read only. And we have affiliated business. Sorry, just my cell phone. We'll add let's say we add in the address. We need to put a signature first. Remember, system won't let us write text. We need to put a signature first. So buyers, let's add Peter. We go back and property address. We'll put the created for read only. Summer Oak. Apply. That's the address. And I think we filled out every document, and now it's ready to be sent. So we go click send here in the corner. It'll say when you are ready to start the signing process, click the send button below. You can edit the title and email message if you like to customize the invitation sent to your parties. So we could add a message here, whatever you want, but the preset message is simple, straight to the point. You can see it here. You can change the title as well, and then we're gonna click send. Once we click send, we get sent to this page, and basically, here we can email it again. If we click email and resend it, we can click here who we want to send it again, put a subject, put another subject if we wish, but we don't need to really. It has been already sent. We can view the documents here, download them before they haven't been sent, haven't been signed, but it's done. So we can go ahead and close, and we're back into the form that we started to want to sign. But let's go back, and we're back in the transaction. So if we want to see the status of the document, of the documents we sent for this transaction, we'll just go to e-sign, click on here in the corner, and you'll see it. So there could be multiple files that we sign, right? If we send different documents at different time, they could be different files, but we only have one here. So you could click on it, and it says pending, so nobody has signed yet. You can see what you sent, and let's say a client haven't received it. It went to his spam. He's saying, can you resend it again? So this is the process you use, and you'll go back, and once you see this, you click edit, and you get to that page that we just saw. And if you wanna, let's say Peter didn't get it, we'll go to email, and here select it. So if I click send here, it'll send it to Peter, but you could add anybody else you want to send again. So you could resend as many times as you wish, accessing this file right here, and even editing whatever message or whatever instructions you need to tell them. So again, once you're here in the transaction, just go to e-sign and you can check the status of the form. Okay, so hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys around.